Hey everyone, and welcome to Uncharted Collection Among Thieves Brutal Difficulty Walkthrough. This is chapter 19, Siege. And sorry guys, I said previously that this was the chapter with the tank. It's actually not. This is a chapter just before the tank, as I almost died immediately by going out this door. Now the crossbow, you're going to begin seeing the crossbow in the walkthrough, and the crossbow is a one-shot most of the time. And it's going to make the final two chapters a lot easier than they should be normally, because at first I was really concerned when approaching Uncharted 2 Among Thieves that the last enemies in the game, the blue guys, let's call them, that have a lot of HP and actually kill you in one shot, because they use crossbows themselves, and the crossbow if it hits you once, you're dead. And they just have so much HP that just bullet sponges. And I totally 100% forgot that you can actually two-shot them with the crossbow. If you grab a crossbow yourself and you hit them twice, I don't remember if it is twice in crushing. I think it is, but in brutal it's twice. You have to hit them with two crossbow bolts. The thing is, the crossbow is not really a normal weapon. It's not something that you're going to encounter in the ground. You have to make them drop one normally, and so there is one encounter in one of the latest chapters that you have to kill one of the blue dudes with an AK-47, and that's probably one of the hardest parts of that chapter. Now, what am I saying? That's not the hardest fight of that chapter. There's a much harder fight. Actually, the whole chapter, that's almost like the previous chapter before Lazarevich, and that chapter is really tough. But I got a strategy that is incredible that I'll explain later. Let's just talk about this because I get ahead of myself. I'm truly excited about this walkthrough. I love this game. So after this part, you're going to get a checkpoint. Of course, I died, so you're going to see the actual checkpoint. So this is the checkpoint. It's right after that part. This you have to approach very carefully. Now you're going to see me move to the right of this entire area, and this, if you move to the left of this area, it's really tough, and you will actually have fewer chances to survive it. But if you rush the entire right, as I'm going to do here, you're going to get by a lot better. You can still die because these are a lot of enemies. Even moving to this position, you can die. See, what's that? The machine gun actually kills you very fast, but it's the soldiers, as always, it's the soldiers who are the real trouble. So, chop one grenade to get the machine gunner out of the machine gun. Nevertheless, another soldier will grab it. See, I couldn't stop him. I have another grenade. Great. So, if you keep this position and you have luck with the grenades that the enemies throw at you, because they're going to make you move, see? And if you move and don't get shot while moving, see, they constantly grab the machine gun again, the mounted machine gun. So a third grenade. Oh, watch it. See, you have to move when the grenade lands, because they have so much accuracy, guys. Like, no fucking kidding. These guys should be playing, like, I don't know, what's a good sport that needs throwing? Like that Olympic sport when you throw a javelin. Is it called javelin? It's probably called javelin. These guys should be in the Olympics, all of them, because Jesus fucking Christ. Like, they land the fucking grenades at your feet every single fucking time. Like, it's rare when they miss. So, when you approach this door, be careful, because there are going to be a lot of enemies. I rushed this door and I have died. If you rush this door, you're going to trigger a checkpoint, but if there is an enemy, see, I'm checking because I'm sure there is one. If there is an enemy around these places, you're not gonna survive the run. And you're not actually going to make it through the gate. You're going to be checkpointed before, because a sequence is going to trigger. But see, there is an enemy right there. I could have died there. So hang back to this position really carefully. See, if the enemy wants to rush me at this point, I could die. This is not a safe position. See, what's that? Oh my fucking god! I'm running back. If you get shot, run back. I mean, it's not going to prevent you not to die at the next time you try it. But believe me, guys, and I'm going to discover here. Wow. So that's a lot more dangerous. Like using cover, I already explained this, but using cover is a lot more dangerous. So I think I'm now going to rush the wall and just going to see a little cutscene, if I didn't trim it out. See, I didn't. So, but I trimmed this part out, yeah, because I died. So rush this stone, it's a checkpoint there, so rush this stone and rush this part. You have to kill every single enemy from this part, because from that cover you're going to die. So, careful with the heavy, shoot him in the head. Really go slowly here, because there is a grenade launcher, I'm sorry, an RPG dude, right up there. And I'm trying to see him. That's not the guy, by the way. He's further up. And I think he's going to get a few good shots at me. Oh, another heavy, oh Jesus. Like, careful here. And of course I ran out of ammo, because that's something that's always going to happen. It's like normal, I don't even mention it. Did you remember that I mentioned before in Uncharted 1 that you run out of ammo at every single fucking encounter? Well, I don't mention it anymore. Is it because it's better in this game? No, it's just because it's really normal. It's normal. And what's that? Oh my fucking shit. I don't know how I did not die there. Of course the RPG didn't hit me directly, but the splash damage almost puts me to death. I'm more preoccupied about that dude though. See? I'm just not giving a fuck about, because if he's not going to hit me directly, it's really difficult that it's going to kill me. So now I'm going for the RPG, and this is really dangerous. See that? The splash damage doesn't really hit you that bad. So the next chapter we're going to be facing the tank, and it's a really messy chapter, but it's actually a lot easier than you think, because as I mentioned before, the tank doesn't have the damage model of the soldiers in Brutal. That will be insane, right? So when the tank hits you, it's not gonna kill you. It has the same damage model as the helicopters. Luckily, Bluepoint, in all their mistakes that they have made, and watch me die there, little death I leave you. Luckily, Bluepoint, in all their mistakes that they made with this port, like porting bugs without fixing them, did actually said, oh wait, let's just change the damage model of, or let's just leave actually the damage model like on crushing, because if we change it, it's just going to be a lot of trouble for people, because I really don't believe that anyone tested this. I really don't think that anyone sit down, not the developers, not even close, but the quality assurance team, if this game had one. I think they didn't play Brutal, because if they did, the water room, I would have tweaked the water room. I would have tweaked the checkpoint in the train when you die constantly. I would have tweaked, sorry, a lot of checkpoints actually, where you die just instantly in the spawning. You should never ever, and this is a checkpoint, you should never ever die when respawning, guys. That should never be a thing in games. And it is still a thing, it seems, because they rushed this. They had time to fix it, guys. They just had time. They did leave the helicopter at the base damage model of crushing, and they did leave the tank, but they just, I mean, I can't believe that people tested this game, because if they would have tested this game, some tester got to the water room and died like 100 times, and it would have sent a fucking letter or email or called a developer, like the one that actually listens and then gets the message to developers. They would have told me, listen, like the game is like difficult, yes, but it's not impossible. But in the water room, there is really trouble because I mean I just die instantly when I drop down by the first guy, and then if that guy doesn't kill me, I just get killed immediately. Like I don't know, just give me a little room to maneuver. Right, and I know I did the water room. A lot of people praise it, and I really appreciate it, guys. But it didn't come without effort. It didn't come without dying. It didn't come because I'm some kind of super incredible expert of Uncharted. It come because I developed that sort of strategy that you saw. And even though I developed that strategy, I tried and I tried and I tried it until it actually worked. Is it a strategy that can work? Is it solid? Yes. The strategy is solid. If you take the steps that I took, it's going to work. But the problem is that you need luck, as I explained, I think, in that chapter. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. But yeah, this was not tested. I don't think it was tested. Brutal difficulty, I mean. And I just want to see... I didn't even start playing Brutal on Uncharted 3. So I'm really curious about what spikes are going to trigger in Uncharted 3, because it's always a fucking surprise in Brutal. The games change your gameplay changes so much from Crushing to Brutal that the places that you think are going to be trouble, like I thought that the Lazarevich boss was going to be insane, and I actually did it the second try. The second fucking try I did Lazarevich. I never did him the second try on Crushing. I die like a bitch on Crushing. I get to Brutal, I do it the second time. And yes, I got a strategy for Lazarevich, but anyways, I never did it. And now suddenly I get to the train in a weird checkpoint, and I died more times on that fucking checkpoint in the train that you have to jump to the other cart and survive than any other fucking part in Uncharted 2. So I can't believe that a quality assurance guy just got to that checkpoint and said, yeah, everything's fine. Like they finished the game somehow, and they didn't mention that checkpoint. That like they didn't. Okay, you just have to delay. Just this is what they should always. This is the only thing that they should have done. That delay the shooting. Delay for 5 fucking seconds the reaction of the enemy shooting you, so you can actually get to cover. That's it. That's how you fix that checkpoint. But whatever, right? So as I mentioned before, I worked as a tester on several games. I'm not gonna talk about it again, and I know how they don't care sometimes. But I don't see Naughty Dog don't caring. I mean, I'm pretty sure Naughty Dog is just really occupied with Uncharted 4, and I'm pretty sure. I mean, and I'm not some kind of announcement guy. This is just totally my what I'm thinking, like my opinion. But I'm pretty sure they're working on other game, not only Uncharted. It's not the whole team working on Uncharted. They are working on another game, because that's the reason why Uncharted 4 took so long. And if it's not Last of Us 2, like if it's not Last of Us 2, it's like I don't know, a new IP, because I'm pretty sure it's Last of Us 2. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come up with that in the next E3. Like that's going to be the big disclosure of Naughty Dog in the next E3. So hopefully we will get God of War 4, at least the fucking trailer, in the next E3 as well. So this was chapter 19. I just have to kill a few guys more and we're going to get the tank. So I'll see you in chapter 20, guys. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.
Bema! Tá junto, tô contigo!